Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the celebration of Frederick County's 275th birthday. For 275 years, we have hosted founding fathers, facilitated escapes to freedom, been home to a saint, welcomed vacationing presidents, battled to save the United States Capitol, marched for social justice, hosted the Mideast peace talks, helped feed our nation, developed medical cures and cutting-edge science, cheered on world-class athletes, and we've brought art and culture to the entire world. And we have enjoyed on a daily basis nature's bounty in all 4 seasons. Today, we celebrate 275 years of incredible Frederick County history. To join us in that celebration are many of our elected leaders, the state level, the federal level, the county, and the local level. And we're honored that they've joined us. I'm going to invite several of them to come up on the stage, share a microphone, but I'm going to stay within arm's reach to make sure we don't go more than about a minute or two, elected officials. And I can count for you if you need me to, but we've got a big group and a lot of fun to get to, so we want to be sure we hear from you. So first off, I'm very excited about this, not just because she's here today, because she's coming back in like a week, but our comptroller of the state of Maryland, Comptroller Brooke Learman, she is the 34th comptroller of the state of Maryland and the first woman to be elected independently to constitutional office in the state of Maryland. Ladies and gentlemen, Comptroller Brooke Learman.
Great to see you, Rick, and thank you so much for hosting us and pulling us all together today here. Is it appropriate to say happy 275th birthday? I mean, happy birthday, Frederick County. And good afternoon, everybody. I'm so thrilled to be here. As Rick said, I'm Brooke Learman. I'm the 34th Comptroller of the state of Maryland, and yes, the first woman to hold this position. It is wonderful to be here with all of you today. You know, Frederick's tagline I love. I recently found it. Rich history, bright future. And as you take the time and the opportunity to reflect today on the past 275 years, it's really clear what a rich history this county has. Of course, it's not without its stains, and it was not immune from the scourge of enslavement. But this area of our country is special as a place where you can learn about the country prior to its independence, understand the impact and the devastation of the Civil War, and learn about people who are essential not just to this region and not just to Maryland, but really to the country, like Elizabeth Ann Seton, Thomas Johnson, Francis Scott Key, and the community at Catoctin. You know, settled by Germans and other Europeans originally, but also home to so many African Americans, both free and enslaved, the journey of Frederick continues today. It's incredible to me reading about the history of Frederick. You know, it's because it was settled by immigrants, of course, but it's continuing on the immigrant journey as there are so many new immigrant communities who have settled in Frederick these days, which is so exciting as it continues the history of building a resilient and diverse community. So that just means that I'm excited to continue working with all of you to ensure the bright future of Frederick as well. As comptroller, I'm focused on working to build communities that are more equitable, more resilient, and more prosperous so that every Marylander can reach their full potential. And that means building a bright future, not just here in Frederick, but across the state. And I know that the decisions that we make today are not just going to affect us for the next 4 years, but for the next 40 to come. That's why I've been so proud to invest in Frederick County. I will tell you, I know I'm over 1 minute, sorry, I was told 3. Just recently, from the Board of Public Works, we have invested over $3 million in open space and parks in Emmitsburg, Mount Airy, Brunswick, the city of Frederick, and of course approved $1 million for the Essential Crisis Stabilization Center. Together and through smart investments in the Office of Comptroller, we can make sure that we're supporting our seniors, supporting all communities, and prepare the next generation. So I am so excited to be here. I love Frederick. It's a great county. It's continuing to do exciting things now under Jessica Fitzwater, my dear friend, as county executive. And I'm so excited to work with our amazing delegates, senators, all our county council members, and our federal partners to ensure that we keep building a better Frederick and a better Maryland. So thank you all, and thank you for having me. And happy birthday.
And we'll see you on June 20th. On behalf of County Executive Jessica Fitzwater, her community liaison, Isela Bravo, and I'd like to call up to the stage our county council. We have President Brad Young, Vice President Cavante Duckett, and council members MC Keegan Ayer, Renee Knapp, and Jerry Donald. Mason Carter.
Good afternoon, and thank you everyone for being here. And just a huge thank you to everybody who organized this event. It's going to be a great day, and I know we're all looking forward to getting started. Our county executive would like to extend her regrets for not being here, but she did send me along with this proclamation. Whereas Frederick County is known for being a welcoming community with a historic and vibrant downtown, a strong agriculture industry, and a blend of innovative industries, our community has become a destination for all cultures, colors, and creeds to add to their list of places to visit or live. And whereas the land known today as Frederick County was carved out of Prince George's County and created in 1748 by the Maryland General Assembly, we acknowledge that prior to colonial settlement, the Tuscarora and Piscataway nations inhabited this beautiful land. And whereas today we celebrate 275 years of Frederick County and consider how far we've come, acknowledge our rich history, and join in celebration as we move toward our bright future. Now, therefore, as the County Executive, Frederick County, Maryland, I hereby proclaim June 10th, 2023 as Founders Day in Frederick County and to commend this observance to all of our residents. County Executive of Frederick County, Maryland, Jessica Fitzwater.
Reflecting on the comments of Comptroller Learman talking about a rich history and a bright future, I'm one of the lucky ones of being a 10-generation Frederictonian, so I look at that as the history. The future, though, is my children and now my grandchildren. They're that bright future. People ask why you serve Frederick County, and I do because it is such a great place. And what is so great about Frederick County is that whenever there's a need, people step up and they fill that role. From the elected officials that we have here today, to all the charities, nonprofits, or government folks that are out here today volunteering their service. You all are what make Frederick County such a special place over these last 275 years, and will make it even better over the next 275 years. Happy birthday, Frederick County.
Thanks, Brad. Anybody else have anything they'd like to say? Thank you all for being here very much. Appreciate it. As the comptroller referred, we have a wonderful turnout from the Frederick County delegation to Annapolis. I'd like to now call up to the stage Senator Karen Lewis Young, Delegate Jesse Pippy, Delegate Eric Boucher, Delegate April Miller, Delegate Karen Sampson, Delegate Chris Tomlinson, and Delegate Bill Valentine. Senator Folden was planning, Delegate Chris Fair. Senator Folden was planning to be with us until he woke up this morning. And he really is under the weather and assured me none of us would want him to be here with us today.
Frederick County is such a beautiful place, and one thing I'd like to point out, as the comptroller mentioned, Frederick County is on everybody's radar. Matter of fact, I have here today a proclamation from Adrian Jones, the Speaker of the House. I'd like to read it. It says, be it hereby known to all that the House of Delegates of Maryland offers its sincerest congratulations to Frederick County in recognition of the celebration of the county's 275th anniversary of its founding. The entire membership extends best wishes on the memorable occasion and directs this resolution to be presented on this 10th day of June 2023. We also have one from the delegation. I just want to point out, it has been my tremendous honor to represent this county at the state level. As the chair of the delegation, we have a bipartisan delegation. We have Republican members, we have Democrat members, but the one thing we share in common is that we love this county. And we love the history. Maryland's first governor is from Frederick County, and we want to keep moving the county forward. So we appreciate the partnership at the local level, the state level, the federal level, and I appreciate my colleagues, and if any of them have anything to say, but thank you.
Thanks very much. So I was going to cover 275 years of history because I was a historian before I was a banker, before I was a legislator. But then I was told I only had a minute, and Rick Weldon did a fabulous job of really covering the highlights of our history. So thinking about today through the lens of someone that was once a historian, I do have a comment or two to make. While we are celebrating 275 years of grandiose history, we must square that celebration with a knowledge of the past, with the complexities and the contrasts of the old and the new. And we must recognize that. And in the words of a great American historian that I also call my Uncle Mickey, we must apply present insights and perspective, not to make the past more usable, but to make it more comprehensible. And so as we celebrate, let's reflect on our history, remember those lessons learned, and continue to make this a better county, a better state, a better world for the future. Thank you.
Well, I moved here in 1978, so I don't have quite the 10 generations, but what it's always been to me is home, and that's what Frederick County is about. It's about building legacies of families, friendships, farms, empowering people to build their dreams right here and to have that bright future be able to come back not only to Maryland, but to Frederick County. And so when you look around at the beautiful mountains, and when you pop over 270 and you come back here, I don't know about you, but I always get that feeling that I'm home. And that's what I hope all of any Frederick County residents, all of our graduates, as they go out and fulfill their dreams and build their bright futures, that they come back here and it's always home to them. Oh, welcome to District 4.
Hello, I'm Delegate Eric Boucher, and I want to state that, Frederick, you've never looked so good at 275. You look fantastic. Frederick County is geographically the largest county in the state of Maryland. It is absolutely gorgeous. We're in the shadows of Appalachian Mountain Range, Catoctin, and the senator mentioned earlier about the diverse, complex history about this county. But I'd like to state that in this county, we have two major Civil War battlefields that helped save our nation, South Mountain and Monocacy Junction. And in the near future, we're going to start to see some very interesting developments with South Mountain, which will bring more tourism dollars in this county and bring more people into rich history of Frederick County. God bless Frederick County.
Thank you. Chris, did you want to say something? That mic's hot too. So you can both walk up to a mic. Come on over here. Karen, and when Chris is done.
We're doing a duet.
I think you're a better singer than I am.
Okay. Islands in the stream. You ready? Okay. My name is Chris Tomlinson. I represent, along with Delegate Boucher, who just spoke, District 5, which has a small part of Frederick County. It's mostly Carroll, but we still have the honor of representing Frederick County. Fun fact, we're talking a lot about the history of Frederick County. Carroll County was founded in 1837 by taking a good chunk of Baltimore County and probably about a third of Frederick County. So on behalf of Carroll County, I'm sorry for stealing a third of your county back in the day. I think it was a decision the General Assembly had to make, so really it's on them. But just want to, it was mentioned a couple times that we do have a very diverse group of members of our delegation. We have a couple different beliefs, different ideas, but for the most part, we all agree and get along when it comes to doing what's best for Frederick County. We've got a great chairman of the delegation and Delegate Jesse Pippy. He really did a great job in helping all of us. We all played a part, but Jesse really did a great job in leading us and seeing that we brought about $20 million back in capital funding for capital projects here on the local level. So that's a really good thing. And just really happy to be here, celebrating 275 years, and look forward to representing Frederick for the next 3.5 years. So appreciate it. Thanks.
It's a great honor to be here. I'm Delegate Karen Simpson from District 3, and I was so excited to hear that it's called the Jubilee, and that as a year of Jubilee, looking at where we have been, looking at our history, taking that history and having the hope for the future, for our economy, for our environment, and for everything else. I mean, one of the great things is that all of us on this stage, as well as those the others that have spoken from our county as well as our federal delegation, working together to make that difference, to providing that hope and making sure that we are always moving forward to be more inclusive and more caring of our community. Thank you very much.
Will? Thank you, Rick. For those that don't know me, I am Delegate Will Valentine. I represent District 2A, which covers both Frederick as well as Eastern Washington County. I'm going to touch on, it's always nice to go last or towards the end because you can kind of expand upon points of those that spoke before you. And to touch on Comptroller Learman's remarks as well as Council President Young, his comments. I'm not a 10th generation, but I am an 8th generation. And my great-great-great-great-great-grandfather was one of the Germans spoke of earlier who came through the Port of Philadelphia and actually took up residence west of the Monocacy between Rocky Ridge and Emmitsburg, the district I now represent. So tradition is very important to me. I'm very embedded and very, I guess the word I'm looking for is invested in this county, the entire county, in its history as well as its future, and look forward to working with both the council, our federal partners, for a bright future. Thank you.
Thank you, Will. Thank you, Rick. And Delegate Chris Fair from District 3. I represent Frederick City, the northern half of Urbana, Ballinger Creek, and Spring Ridge. And it's such an honor to get to be here with my colleagues. And just to add one final note on the great remarks that you've heard up here today, your delegation is down in Annapolis every year fighting for Frederick County, fighting to bring home funding, as we mentioned, fighting to bring the message of Frederick County back to Annapolis so that they know how important this county is, that it is the fastest growing county in the state of Maryland, that Frederick City is the second largest municipality in the state of Maryland, that Frederick City is the second fastest growing city in the entire Washington DMV region, and that we have the largest growth of student population in the entire state by a factor of 5. We are growing, we are expanding, we are becoming greater and more diverse, and that is so exciting to see the history really play out in Frederick County, but looking forward to that future and seeing how we continue to grow and become the amazing city and county that we have become. So thank you so much for being out here today.
So now I'm going to ask Comptroller Learman to join us up here, and I'm going to now introduce, to take a picture with the delegation of the Comptroller, Heidi Keeney and Carrie Saavedra. So you all know, because you've been to and organized events in the past, this Jubilee would not have happened without a volunteer committee that's been working for almost 2 years and the leadership of Heidi Keeney and Carrie Saavedra to put this all together. So thanks to all the amazing Frederick County employees that are out here today, the leadership of Heidi and Carrie, and now we're going to ask them to pose for one big picture with our guests.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you for all coming.
And we're not done yet. To demonstrate the power of partnerships, we are joined today by representatives of our 2 United States senators, Senator Ben Cardin and Senator Chris Van Hollen. We're kind enough to send Jonathan's here as well, to send three of our favorite local representatives, Robin Summerfield on behalf of Senator Cardin, Nan Mann on behalf of Senator Van Hollen, and Jonathan Pastore on behalf of Congressman David Trone.
Thank you, Rick, and we are going to prove that we can do this in a minute. I'm Robin Summerfield, and I am, along with these two, one of the luckiest staff members of the United States Congress in Maryland because we get to represent and work in Frederick County. We've had a great privilege doing that for 17 years for me, and it's been a great privilege. These guys are a little newer, but still working hard on your behalf. We all have citations congratulating Frederick County on 275 years. I'm not going to read mine, but I'll see if you guys want to share yours. Happy birthday, Frederick County.
Sorry, Robin. I always grab the microphone, right? Yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm Nan Mann. Not only am I the representative of Senator Van Hollen, I am also a resident in District 4. And I am so proud to be a Frederick County resident. And I tell you, I grew up in Chicago, and I have to say that my life didn't start until I moved to Frederick. So everything that Frederick is who I've become, and I just absolutely can't see myself anywhere else but Frederick, Maryland. So thank you to all of you for making the county so wonderful. So on behalf of Senator Van Hollen, in recognition of the Frederick County's rich heritage and culture, with appreciation for all it does to maintain a unique sense of community for its residents and to preserve its history for future generations, and with best wishes for a wonderful and meaningful celebration. Happy birthday to Frederick. Happy anniversary. Happy Jubilee.
Anything, Jonathan?
Yeah, hi, I'm Jonathan Pastore. I am the Constituent Service Representative for Congressman David Trone, and I too am a resident of Frederick County. I won't read my citation, but I will just say thank you for bringing all of the federal representatives together here, and we're happy to be here. Thank you.
We did it under a minute.
Did we do it? Okay,
Perfect. You were perfect. Yep. Thank you. Thank you.
Want to give those to her?
Yeah, that's great. Carrie or Heidi. Next up, well, Carrie's here, and Heidi's here. Next up, the guy with the shortest commute to Utica District Park, our Sheriff, Chuck Jenkins. He lives about a stone's throw from here.
Welcome to the heart of Frederick County. I live about 2 miles away, and this is a beautiful, very beautiful part of Frederick County. I want to sum things up. Brad, my family's been here pre-Revolutionary War. I don't know how many generations. I've grown up my entire life. I've never left Frederick County, but I can tell you the one single thing that makes us unique, and I've said this my entire life, especially in my law enforcement career, is the quality of the people that live and work and raise their families in this county. That's the one single thing that makes the difference. I have the privilege of serving as the 80th sheriff in Frederick County history, the longest continuous elected office in county history. So if you look it up, the office of sheriff is the longest standing elected office. And I'll close by saying this. The one single reason I believe we are the fastest growing, that people are moving here, they want to raise their families. Frederick County is the safest county in the state of Maryland and one of the safest on the East Coast region. So thank you. Happy birthday, Frederick County. Have a good day today.
Thank you, Sheriff. A big part of the Frederick County 275th anniversary year-long celebration is recognizing the roles that our municipalities play in telling this amazing story of history. And to cap off our opening ceremony, there's no one better to do that than the mayor of Maryland's second largest city, and a guy who it seems like shows up at every single Chamber of Commerce event. Our mayor, the mayor of the city of Frederick, Michael O'Connor.
Good afternoon, everyone. It takes a really special event for me to venture outside of the friendly confines of the municipal boundaries of the city of Frederick, but it's so important to be here today to share this history. It was just 3 short years ago that the city of Frederick marked its 275th anniversary, and so Frederick County, welcome to the club. It feels great. So we do have a proclamation on behalf of the city of Frederick to recognize this Jubilee celebration. I will not read the whole thing except to say that whereas we are all key to the success of the county at its 275th anniversary and encourage all people to explore Frederick County's great entertainment, parks, our amazing downtown, and our charming small towns, Frederick is one of 12 municipalities in Frederick County. You can't really get into the county from any direction without going through one of our municipal governments. We ask you to connect with each other and with our past and to see how Frederick County thrives with an innovation-based economy and high-performing schools. Now, therefore, I, Michael O'Connor, Mayor of the City of Frederick, do hereby proclaim June 10th, 2023 as Frederick County Jubilee Day in honor of the 275th anniversary of Frederick County, and ask all to join with us in celebration of this wonderful event, signed by myself on behalf of the Board of Aldermen and grateful residents of the City of Frederick who are grateful to be residents of Frederick County. Thank you all very much. Heidi, Carrie, here's another one. On your go, Chloe.
1, 2, 3. Face rest. You're good. Thank you.
So while this concludes our formal opening ceremony, please understand, ladies and gentlemen, there are literally hours of entertainment throughout the rest of the day. A vintage baseball game is about to break out, following an amazing rendition of the national anthem sung by our own local hero, Darrell Buffman. There are displays to visit, a petting zoo, a touch-a-truck, music on this stage, music on another stage. You literally can fill the rest of your day with an amazing time, meet amazing people, celebrate 275 years of amazing history. Have a great day. Enjoy your day. Stay hydrated. Stay cool. Have a great day, and consider going over to the field just down the street here to watch that vintage baseball game and then a live music performance here on the main stage at 4 o'clock. Have a great day. Thank you all for coming.